Hello there viewers, today I'm going to show you a quick walkthrough of the Samsung Knox application. Knox application is a Samsung application that lets you actually use your device for both work and play. We may be familiar with some scenarios where we probably use a separate phone for all our work-related tasks or even for business. But with Samsung Knox, you don't have to carry two phones at the same time. What Samsung Knox does is allow you to actually separate and isolate your device into two separate environments. What does that mean? It means you can use the same device to make your usual phone calls, check mail, personal applications, and then have another area of the device which is highly secure and actually highly encrypted as well, holding all your work-based files, your emails, sensitive documents, and even sensitive multimedia. Now, when that content is moved over to that environment, it can only be accessed by you. And even in the event that your phone is stolen or lost, you can be guaranteed that that information is safe and secure as it's kept and managed in a separate environment of the phone, almost as though you've partitioned the phone and divided it into two. So the first thing you need to do is actually download the Knox application, which you'll be able to get from the Google Play Store, and all you have to do is type Knox, and the application will show up. I've actually already installed this for the purposes of this video, and all you have to do is install. Now, Knox is compatible with a range of devices. If you want to find out what devices are compatible, you can go to www.samsung.com/Knox, and you'll get a list of the compatible devices that are able to support Knox. So once you've installed the Knox application, you're greeted with this setup page. Now, setting up Knox is very quick and easy. All you have to do is simply follow the prompts on screen. It will request you to use an email address to set up a Knox account. Let's go ahead and agree to the terms and conditions. And it actually picks up what email account is currently on your device, and if you want to use that, you simply select. But if you want to use another email account, you simply add account. So let's go ahead and use my current account there, and it will authenticate that email address before proceeding further. Now, as soon as you authenticate that email address, whether it's an email address that's currently being used on your device for your Google services, or if it's an email you've added, you'll be asked to add Knox applications. Now, these are the applications you choose to have in that separate, secure environment. We often refer to this as a container. Now, you can have applications installed directly from the Knox side, or you can actually import certain applications over to that secure environment. So let's go ahead and pick a few just for the purposes of this demo. Let's pick those three, and there's some which actually come pre-installed on that Knox container, and the ones which are grayed out, you've got your email, Galaxy apps, maps, and a few others. So let's pick these three here: my business calendar, CNN app, and this Appy Geek news app, to actually be in my Knox container. And what it does, it now begins to create a secure workspace. Now, when it creates a secure workspace, this again is a separate, completely isolated environment of your device, a separate personality or a separate persona, and everything you put onto this particular environment is secured, protected, and encrypted. As soon as it finishes creating my workspace, it will actually ask me to define how I want to access this specialized area of the phone, and I can either enter a password or I can use a PIN, as we have seen here now. Password, PIN, pattern. If your phone does support fingerprint verification or has a fingerprint sensor, you can do that. And you also have two-step verification, which means that you can use both a fingerprint as maybe the primary access, and then you'll be required to enter either a pattern or PIN. That just adds extra level of security. And Knox timeout can also be set. I prefer to have it working in the way that as soon as the screen is turned off, it goes back to my personal environment, making sure that my secured files are not visible to anyone. So for the purposes of making this video really quick, we'll just use a password for now. So let's go ahead and put a simple password for the purposes of this video. It will ask you to confirm your password. And it begins to set up your Knox mode as soon as you hit the setup button there. And what it's doing now is that it's creating that container, that specialized secure environment. And as soon as it does that, it will revert back to the Play Store and take you back to your personal home screen. Now, to enter the Knox mode or to enter your Knox container, you'll have to click on the Knox application icon on your home screen, which you will get to see in a few minutes. So this is my current home screen, my personal home screen, where I have my personal applications, contacts, emails, multimedia content, videos, photos. And if I want to go into my Knox, which is now my new secure environment, all I will have to do is actually just come and tap on the icon here, and it will engage my Knox environment. Now, there are various ways you can actually view the Knox application. There is the file folder view, and there's a launcher view. So let's go ahead and switch into the launcher view. Now, the file folder view is a quicker way to access your Knox protected files. But if you want to have an environment with a lot more graphical interface, then you would actually go here and change your Knox setting, your Knox style, to launcher. I personally prefer the launcher, so let's go ahead and engage Knox. And here we are. So now we are in Knox mode, that specialized, secure, encrypted environment where you can keep your work-based or sensitive files separated from your personal side of the device that we've just exited. As you can see, it's very plain and basic. It's actually almost as though you have a brand new phone altogether. So if I go ahead here, we'll see that some of the applications that we added, we chose to bring across from the personal side and now in the Knox container as well. If you can recall, I decided to bring over the CNN app, the business calendar app, and the AppyGeek app. So you can actually import applications that are on your other side of your phone into the Knox container if you so wish. You can also install applications afresh from the Play Store or the Galaxy App Store. If we go ahead and look at the Knox settings, we have a variety of settings here that you can access to customize this particular environment. We have a Knox timeout. I personally prefer it to automatically switch off my Knox mode when the screen turns off, but you can choose to have it at time intervals. And what this ensures is that once your screen goes off, all your sensitive information that you've put away in the Knox container or the Knox workspace is not visible or accessible by anyone else. You have the install applications option there, where you can copy applications to Knox like we did in the beginning, and so much more. If you want to have a look at how this is different from your personal environment, I'll use the gallery example. So currently here in Knox mode, we have the gallery. If I go into my gallery in Knox mode, you'll see that since this is a totally new environment, there is no new content. So if I take a picture with the camera in Knox mode, it will appear here, or if I download any images, they will appear here in the Knox mode. So if we go back to our personal home space here, by just clicking on that icon, we're back to my normal space. And if I go into gallery, you'll clearly see the difference. In my personal space, I have my images there. But in my Knox space, I don't have anything. So the content between that environment, the Knox environment, and your personal environment is separated in that manner. And it ensures that you can keep certain content away from prying eyes, and you can keep it a lot more secure and separated. So that's a quick look at the My Knox application, which is available in the Galaxy Play Store for compatible devices. Again, to get a listing of the devices that are compatible with My Knox, go to www.samsungknox.com, and you'll get a full listing of the devices that are compatible with My Knox, and also more information on certain features of My Knox. So that's been a quick look at My Knox. Thank you for watching, and goodbye.